Hi guys, welcome back to the ISSALINKOP podcast. As usual, I'm your host, St. James. And thank you so much for sticking around, and our apologies for being so long with the next recording. Yeah, Ghana is hard. You should understand us. But we are now here to tell you that we are back again. We have no plans on leaving. So please make sure to click subscribe, like, and share this video and leave comments as well. So today I'm here with three excellent gentlemen, two of which I have doubts, but yeah, I know one of them is very excellent, but the other two, not so much. So yeah, starting from my right, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Peter. I'm from Germany, and I take photos of mainly cars.
Of mainly cars.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Ghana?
So I studied at University of Ghana for 3 months, and then I stayed here for 2 more months to just explore and do more projects.
I enjoyed it that much.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
We'll
It's
come
a lot
back to
of
that.
fun.
We'll
Yeah.
come back to that.
Yeah.
And on my left, I think everybody knows him, but let him introduce himself.
John CEO of Stankers of 2 weeks.
Yes, please. Stankers of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the only way you should introduce yourself.
And the president of Drift Hunters.
That's what I was waiting for. This is our president of Drift Hunters Ghana. I think all of you are there, but we'll get to that shortly. We also have Edmond on the extreme left. Even though I mentioned your name, you should still introduce yourself.
So I'm Edmond. I'm a car enthusiast. Yeah.
I at some point in my life, after knowing this guy, I didn't think he was human because if you guys have watched that video, we had a car quiz. And let me be honest, the only reason why I knew some of the answers was because Edmond said them out loud. If we were supposed to write them, trust me, I would not have any answers at all. Anyway, welcome guys to the ISSALINKOP podcast.
Thank you.
I think this is your first time
Yeah.
interview. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. Let me start with Peter.
Yes.
Yes, let me start with Peter.
Yes.
Peter, apart from school, how's your stay been in Ghana so far? Regarding to like car events and car culture.
Yeah. So on the first weekend that I came here, I think I arrived on like Wednesday,
Okay.
like Tuesday, and then directly at the next weekend, I met up with ISSALINKOP, and so like on Sundays, there's always like the meet at Marina Mall,
Okay.
which I'm not sure like if a lot of people know about it, but
Yeah, we'll let you
Marina
keep it
Mall.
that way for now.
Yeah.
Sure. And yeah, so like ever since then, pretty much every Sunday I came there to like mostly kind of like hang out and like meet people and like get to know people and get comfortable with people. At the beginning, it was kind of difficult just to like get used to it, and also the language barrier sometimes was difficult, especially when it was about jokes, because with jokes like people tend to like talk faster.
Yeah.
So then like it's harder for me to understand,
Yeah.
especially when it's in pidgin. So yeah, but like I got used to that, and then I just like came along with, or like went to photo shoots and got invited to photo shoots and stuff. So yeah, just like got introduced into the car community and the car culture here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so far with all the cars you photographed here, which one would you say has been your favorite so far?
I would say it's between Dion's Porsche 911 and the and the NSX.
Ooh.
But also Auto Checker's Porsche and Bentley.
Okay, yeah. I saw those shots. Those shots
Yeah.
were really good.
Thank
Those
you.
were really,
Thank you.
really good.
Appreciate it.
Stana, my boss man.
John James.
I've met you so many times last year. Based on, let's say, all the cars you've worked on, because I know you worked on several cars, several projects over the course of the year. Which one has been your favorite so far? Let's say back in 2023. You could name two of them.
The GT500 Ford
Okay.
and
Oh, the black one.
the black one.
Yes.
We wrapped it satin black.
Okay.
And the Brabus was 2022. Last year. Scooping.
That shows that he works on so many cars.
I think it will be a Rolls Royce or a Bentley.
Okay.
Between one of them.
One of them is my favorite, the Rolls Royce Dream brand.
Yes, so Rolls Royce and the GT5. Cullinan.
The Cullinan.
Mhm.
Okay. Edmond.
Yeah.
I know there were so many cars that came last year.
Yeah.
2023, we had a lot of cars come in. Which one would you say has been your favorite so far?
I think the G82 M4.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that car is wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you agree with me when I say it looks way better in person than it does in pictures?
That's true.
Because when BMW released the first render of the car, I was like,
People were skeptical. Yeah.
I was
That
skeptical
grill,
about
yeah,
it.
that grill.
I was like, what kind of big ass grill is
Yeah.
this? Oh, sorry for cussing. I don't even allowed to do that. But, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big grill was nonsense.
Too
But
much.
seeing it in person, I think it was
Yeah.
it's way better. In
I've
person.
actually come to love it.
Yeah. I think it's grown on all of us.
Yeah.
It was really has grown
That's
on all of us. Yoda is a really nice person. Have you had a ride in there yet?
No.
Trust me, you'd love it. Trust me that you'd really
I'm
love
looking
it.
forward to that.
Yeah. So last year, 2023, we had several car events. A lot of meets, mini meets, micro meets. We had big events as well. So let me just run through some of the events we had. So we had the big JP meets last February. Stana was there. Peter wasn't in Ghana, unfortunately. So yeah, I know Edmund was there as well.
Yeah.
Stana came in your E93 M3. Yeah, he did donut. That's how we heard about Drift Hunters fully last year. Drift Hunters was sort of micro launched at that meet. What do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I'll say more as Catfish.
Yes.
Cars and Catfish.
Yes.
That's Wicked's friends restaurant.
Yeah, that was in March.
In March, we took the Camaro, the Stanaro.
Yes.
We took the E30, call it Thor. That's for Reckless. And which I think those two. And Reckless and I did donuts. Reckless also did donuts in Horrocks C63S.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
So also JP wasn't really. We were fascinated about the show they had prior to that. There was a meet before that, and there were a lot of exotic cars in there. So we also wanted to support because it seemed one-sided. Like we were doing our thing in one corner and everybody was doing. Yeah. So Reckless and the Hunters and I decided to come. We didn't come only in the M3. We came in with 2 of the E30. We came with another orange E30.
Yeah.
And Reckless came with a C63S AMG.
I remember how you guys pulled up. It was sounding like thunder actually, because it was quiet for a minute because we're all just having normal conversations.
Yeah.
Then we heard a roar in the long distance, and I think the first car was the Camaro.
No, the
63.
Yeah.
The 63 came first.
Yeah.
Then your car.
Yeah.
Then the E30 followed.
The E30.
It was full commotion.
Yeah.
Full commotion. It was lovely. It was a really nice entrance as well.
Thank you.
Peter.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you. Yeah. So let's talk about cars and Catfish.
Yeah.
Sorry if you feel a bit left out.
No,
that you
no,
were not
no.
here
That's
yet.
no
So
problem.
you tell us about your experience in Germany
Yeah,
as well.
and I also like to hear about them.
Okay.
Like what I missed. So
Great.
yeah.
Cars and Catfish. One thing I think people would not believe if I say this. I've still never seen the Bugatti since it came in.
You've not seen it?
No, I've not seen it with my eyes.
I've seen it the first weekend I came here.
Now you're just trying to throw me. Anyway, so at Cars and Catfish, I was a bit late.
Yeah.
And then I saw on Snaps that the Bugatti pulled through, and I was like, wow,
True.
my heart was broken.
Twice.
But yeah.
Twice.
It was twice. Jeez. Not that lucky. Anyway, Cars and Catfish was actually a very interesting event because I thought it was going to be just a small meet.
Mm-hmm.
I get there, I'm directed to go and park, so I had to even literally go around because the main Adriano Strait was blocked off.
Yeah.
So I had to go another route and parked. And I get there and I see a huge crowd of people. I'm like, okay, what's happening here? Because I thought it was just a group of us to just go have fun, eat, and leave. But no, there were more people there than I expected.
Yeah.
Start with Edmund. Edmund, were you there as well?
No.
Oh, you weren't. Okay.
That program.
Okay, yeah. I think you had something else.
Yeah.
Stana, tell us about that.
So
What was the plan behind it?
So Cars and Catfish, the name of the restaurant is Barbados or so. It's run
I think it's Los Barbados.
Yes, it's run by Wicked's good friend, and he decided to add auto staff to the launch of his place.
Okay.
So Reckless, we barely pull up for staff.
Yeah.
And because Reckless is a key member or a core member in Drift Hunters, he requested that we all come through.
Okay.
So we went drifting that afternoon. I think I went home, showered, and pulled up with the Camaro.
Yeah.
The boys, that's Mechanic Performance in Alabama, pulled up with the E30, and I think Jagger them came in the other cars. Yeah. So We came, we had a small space to throw a few donuts.
Which was interesting because the space was really small.
Yeah. It was-
Unfortunately, we didn't have good crowd control, but I think
No.
people sort of comported themselves to some extent.
Yeah.
But the space was really small. But to
Very
see you guys be able to still spin the car around in that space, big ups to Drift Hunters for that. You guys are really good. I mean, in the beginning, people were like, do Ghanaians actually know how to drift? But then on that day, we see you guys doing donuts in a very confined area. Something we see on Ken Block's videos and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you guys are actually doing it here. Again, the crowd will not be very helpful, but then you guys did so.
They didn't actually understand the full concept of drifting then.
Yeah.
Because there's an adrenaline rush when it comes to drifting. People are forced to get closer to the car because they feel like filming the action or getting closer to the action is always intriguing.
Yeah.
Because when I finished one of the drifts, one guy ran onto the road and just lie down on the floor.
Guys, please don't do that as much as possible. We beg you.
No, so you need to always make sure crowd control. I believe the show coming up this March, there'll be serious crowd control.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from that, we had a lot of other mini meets, JP. I think airport shell rounds. They were just micro ones, which were also fun because we had cars coming in. We had the Porsche pull-up ones. The McLaren also pulled up a couple of times. The F90, the RS3s, the Golf Rs. I mean, the cars we all know that are around all came up. Then we had another good one in May. That was Carbon Cleaning and Friends.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Kofi Annan, CEO of Carbon Cleaning. Edmond, you were at Carbon Cleaning and Friends.
I was there.
We were both part of the team working behind the scenes of Carbon Cleaning and Friends.
Yeah.
Big shout out to all the team members. That's Kofi, Adam, Fred, Ken, Edmond, me, the rest of the boys. I mean, there are so many to mention. Okay. There are just a lot of boys. Yeah. What do you want to tell us about Carbon Cleaning and Friends?
So Carbon Cleaning and Friends was basically like a test run for an upcoming organization, which is Ghana Auto Show, which organizes automotive events. So we want to actually grow that automotive culture in Ghana through the event, motorsports events here. So it was a test run for us, which was actually successful for us. Yeah.
I think with the initial conversations I think we had with Kofi, Carbon Cleaner and Friends was supposed to be more of like a barbecue.
Yes.
It was just going to be a small event.
Yeah.
But it ended up becoming big because we know a lot of people were responding positively to it. Stanna being one of them. They responded positively to it. So we had a huge turn up. And then the rain came in. And I was amazed because I thought, with the rain, it was just going to destroy the whole show.
Yeah.
But people stayed. We have footage of people actually standing in the rain, taking shots with the cars. And those shots were really, really good, surprisingly. Really good because there was low lightning, rain, and the people were still in there taking shots. And as usual, our very own Drift Hunters came in. Drift Hunters, the whole of last year, I would say Drift Hunters run every show. Because if they were not at your show, you have to up your game. So Drift Hunters came in. They came with the white E30. Is that what the one?
No, it was black with a white bonnet.
Yes, with a white bonnet. Yes. And we hadn't really planned how he was going to do it. Yeah. We just knew that this was the space. We were playing everybody, stay back. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was really, really good. I don't know if we'll be able to plug in a video from it or two from it, but we'll be able to. So you see it. It was wonderful. Stanna did a wonderful job. I think Reckless also. Reckless didn't come in. But yeah, Stanna did wonderful. And his pit crew, with the right tools, I'm sure his pit crew can beat F1 pit crew. Because we were seeing him spin, the tire pops. Within minutes, he's back again and he's still spinning again. Like, wow. The dedication to the job is wonderful. So that was with Carbon Cleaning and Friends. I think that was in May. Yeah. As usual, we still had a lot of like micro meets here and there. Now let's get to the part where Peter comes in. We had Ghana Auto Show's Auto Expo in November. That was in 2023.
Yep.
What do you want to tell us about it?
So on the first weekend that I came here and like met you guys the first time, we actually went to like some Labadi hotel resort.
Yeah, we went for the F1 viewing.
Yeah. But like before we went to like watch F1, we like talked about the whole show and like what is planned. And I was just like there, like no idea, like what you guys are like talking about, and like slowly understanding that like you guys are doing a show. And yeah, like I was really excited about it, to be part of it, to be there and like take photos, because I've never been at like a show like that, especially with like drifting. Like I've been drifting once. It was in Georgia with friends.
Okay.
But never at like a drift show, like a proper drift show. So yeah, I was just really excited about the whole thing, and to be there and to document it.
Okay. Before we continue, I hear you're a racer in Germany as well. You're part of a racing team.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell us about that?
So last year in September,
Okay.
I joined a racing team, or like I took photos for a racing team for the first time. I messaged them on Instagram, or like I messaged the guy on Instagram,
Okay.
kind of because like his Instagram page looked like he might have like some nice cars,
Okay.
not knowing that he has a racing team. So it's the Motorsports Cup, and they drive a GT4S.
Ooh,
And
that's
yeah,
one of
so
Edmond's dream cars.
yeah, I get it. It's nice. So yeah, in September, it was at the Hockenheim ring, no, at the Nürburgring,
Okay.
and I was there Friday to Sunday. So Friday was training, and then Saturday and Sunday were the races. And yeah, it was just a completely new experience, similar to how like the auto show was a new experience, just because like I've never done anything like it. I never took like racing pictures, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And now I'm a big part, or like I'm a part of the team. So this season I'm going to take photos with them.
You do realize we have a lot of German cars here.
Yes.
No shade to the other
Yes.
cars, but
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do have a lot of German cars
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So far since you came,
Yeah.
how's it been like seeing them here as compared to the ones you see back home in Germany? Because there are quite a lot of modded ones here. I don't know if emission laws still allow or allowing the cars to be modded in Germany to some extent.
Yeah.
But what would you say the difference has been, especially like the
Uh,
culture difference with current cars?
I think like the difference is that here you also have like a lot of like the old BMWs, like the way they are being used for like drifting, and that like it's pretty much only BMWs which are being used for drifting, like not like old Mercedes or old Audis. And yeah, just like you see like a lot of modern like Mercedes SUVs and stuff.
Mhm.
Similar in Germany. In Germany, you also see a lot of modern cars. So from the cars, like the difference, I would say here there are like a lot more SUVs, like Land Cruisers, Toyota Land Cruisers. Are a lot more here. Like in Germany, you don't really see them that much. You might see like 2 or 3, but yeah. So like I would say that's the main difference. But it's funny to see like a lot of like the Trotros, because so not like the Trotro itself, but like you see like the stuff that's like printed on the Trotro.
Yeah.
It's like www blah 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 .nl or .de, meaning it's like from Germany or from the Netherlands. And it's just funny to see like the car, which isn't like good enough anymore for Germany or Netherlands, being used here, which I find interesting. But yeah, that's just like something that I realized, that like a lot of the old cars, which are not being used in, let's say, the Western world, they come here. But also a lot of new cars come here. So it's a lot. It's a big mix of cars.
Okay. What has been one of the like coolest moments you've had so far here? I'm sorry for putting you on the spot.
That's difficult. I like.
What's some of your best moments? It doesn't have to be one.
I think just being at the Sunday meet, just because of like the friends and like the familiarity that you get, and just like the jokes, the laughter, the banter, and the cars that we see. So yeah, I would say that's kind of like, it's not like one moment that like I would say was the best. It was more the whole experience of like going there every Sunday and staying there a couple of hours. Yeah. Like show wise, I would say Drift Hunters was like the best show that I went to.
Okay. What day were you born? We have to give you a Ghanaian name.
My Ghanaian name.
Yeah.
It's
so you
Kwaku.
got one already.
It's Kwaku.
It's quite cool. Oh,
Yeah.
just like me.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good.
I was born on a Wednesday. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Quick,
Okay,
the
yeah,
traveler.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense how we're friends.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Just before we go on, a big shout out to Kofi Carbon Cleaning. Carbon cleaning is doing something very interesting to offset like the carbon balance. So with every car he carbon cleans, he plants a tree to help, in fact, like clean the environment.
Yeah.
So even though he's like, I wouldn't say that, but then he's wiping out carbons from cars, and he's building trees to also wipe out carbons from the air. So that's a wonderful thing by carbon cleaning. The EPA also helps them a lot, so I think that's very good for them. Yeah. Yeah, so big shout out to Carbon Cleaning and friends. I think Kofi's work ethic is crazy, but then we'll have to get him on the show so he talks about it because Carbon works so well. And then, have you ever experienced any of his jobs?
Yeah. He's done a couple of jobs from the S560,
Yeah.
Cabriolet, Mercedes, S63 AMG. I shot with Peter.
Yeah.
My wife's Lexus RX 350. Then my Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
He's done about 5, and I think G-Wagon. So let's say about 8 cars. So
Yeah, the performance has been.
oh yeah, you see a big change in performance. Because I remember I bought some bad fuel into the 63 and was lagging. So I took out the plugs, cleaned them up, and I had him come over and come towards us. No, that was the S560. And afterwards, the car was like a rocket.
That's that's great. So big shout out to Kofi Carbon Cleaning.
And prior to, is it 2022 launch control?
Okay.
When I got there with the Panamera,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the flying
remember
Panamera.
that's a stupid juice. So you guys should put that in your car. So
Yeah.
it actually works. It actually works. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a running joke that Carbon Cleaning is basically the car dewormer. So as a human, you have to deworm.
Yeah.
Your car also has to be dewormed. So big shout out to Carbon Cleaning. So back to the Ghana Auto Show Auto Expo. You've showed us the experience. We'll keep it for now. But Edmond was basically the team secretary. Any announcement you saw out there was probably from Edmond. So yeah, Edmond, tell us about it. What was the idea behind it? I hosted the show, but I don't know the idea behind it.
So the idea behind it was basically bringing auto vendors into one space because we think that we need to give them a space for them to showcase what they have.
Yeah, which
you
is
know,
true. Because
yes.
we hear people say, "Oh, but we don't have parts vendors for
Yes,
this. We don't have
that's
people
true.
who sell this.
That's true.
We don't have this here." So
Yeah, but we actually have those people here. It's just that you don't know where they are. So we wanted to let people know that yes, these people are here. They can get stuff for you. Anything you need for your car, they can get it for you. So that was the idea behind it.
yeah, which was really good because
Yeah.
I've been looking for a part for my car, and I actually found it there. And then my mechanic came around, and then he also picked it up. And I was like, "Wow, I didn't even know this was here," because I was thinking you
Yeah.
should get it from abroad. I was like, "Bro, I'm not going to do that." let's come now. So big shout out to all automotive vendors here in Ghana.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a good job as well. Also, we had a lot of cars that day. Yeah, we did have a lot of cars
Yes.
that day. We had a Ferrari California. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not really good with the older
Yeah.
Ferraris, but yeah, we had that. We had the Porsche 911. We had the F90. We had the Stanaro. If you guys haven't seen Stanet's Camaro, we'll try and put it in here somewhere. So you see, the car is really, really mean. It's like the Ghanaian Batmobile.
Yeah.
Because we have Caesar doors
Yeah.
as well, which is crazy.
The red lights and yeah.
What was the idea behind that, bro?
So originally, that car was meant for Black Sheriff.
Okay.
Yeah, we're building it, but we couldn't meet the timeline
Okay.
on the go. So it was a very short timeline. We ended up with a W205 C300 coupe. Yeah, it was also a test run because that was the widest I've gone of a car. I believe 3.5 inches on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to customize literally everything on the car. We just went with our hearts, and it's still there. It's still there. I have to sell it, but the love is still there. So
To get to the heart. Yeah.
and every time I look at it, I give it to they used it for Stone Boys concerts.
Okay.
Jamel was sitting in it with Al Hassan. Yes, and somebody crossed it, so there's some little damage on front.
Oh.
I need to fix it. Then I start using it.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so that's why you've not seen it in a bit.
It was just a little, but I just don't want to abuse it. That's
Okay.
why.
Okay, yeah.
That's it.
It's a wonderful project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It gets you places. I remember the first time I took it out to A-Stand right before they moved to Laboni. The guy came to pick me up all the way from the back into the main
Parking area.
parking area, and the photos, and it's an amazing car. It draws a lot of attention, and it speaks volume of our work as Stankers Auto Works.
Yeah. So the next question I was going to ask is, which cars or builds have you seen this year that really turned your head? And I have two. Sorry if I've taken anybody's answers, but both cars or builds are all from Stanker's Garage. That's the Stanaro Camaro and the V8 E30. Yeah, the V8 E30. That was a wonderful build.
Prime.
Yeah, that's for Prime. Big shout out to Prime as well. Yeah, that was one car I love to see so much. Which build did you say has been your favorite since you came in?
I would say the Bentley and the Porsche from Auto Checker.
Okay.
Just because like it's not like too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like the perfect car garage.
Yeah, I feel so too, especially like with the Bentley, because it seems just like a normal Bentley.
Yeah.
But then you step on the gas and you're like, oh, it's not normal.
Oh, you got to drive it?
Yeah, I got to drive it, luckily. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I drove it as well. It's actually a wonderful machine.
Yeah, it really is, and it's just smooth to drive. So yeah, I would say like the ones which you don't suspect are fast. I would say those are my favorite. Yeah.
Which one would you say has been your favorite build so far?
Last year,
From last
it
year.
will be the Camaro and one of the Brothers projects. I always enjoy doing Brothers projects. Yeah.
I love your Brothers projects actually. They're really, really good. They sound good as well.
Very good.
Edmond, favorite build from 2023?
So the exoskeleton.
Oh yes. The exoskeleton vehicles.
Yeah. The we've not even given that car a name.
Why? That's like, Peter, would you say the why for me?
The orange one.
The exoskeleton.
It was actually based on an E85 Z4. We built the
Cage, yeah.
Wow.
It has the same.
What was that, the Drift Hunters?
Yeah, I think I saw it.
So orange, the
Why?
Why? That's what I was waiting for. Because you can. Yeah. So that was actually a wonderful build as well.
Thank you.
Ghanaians, people say Ghanaians are sort of like, we just don't build much, but you guys are showing us that there are actually a lot of crazy ideas that are actually coming to fruition right now. Because why an exoskeleton? Why a V8 in an E30?
Because we can.
Yeah.
And secondly, too, it's for power.
Yeah.
There's one thing about turbocharging in this country. When you tune with turbos, you normally make the cars very unreliable. So I wanted to go away with the turbocharging and go for raw power. So I stuck with that V8. That V8 produces close to 400 horsepower. And for drifting, it's the best. And exo, because you save weight. When you save weight and you have more power, it makes the drift much nicer. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So back to the Ghana Auto Show. I think this must be everyone else's favorite part of the show. Apart from the vehicles, the vendors, we had Silver Star, we had Liquid Molly, we had Big Apple, we had Carbon Cleaning, we had JP. Sorry if I forgot some of the vendors' names. I'll try and find the vendor list and make sure I mention before the end of the show. So yeah, my favorite bit was when we heard Drift Hunters were coming in. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I get a call because I was hosting, but there was a music interlude. Then I get a call that, can I make sure that the entry point is cleared? I'm like, okay, what's happening? They're like, no, don't ask questions. Just make sure it's cleared. I talked to the security team. They clear up space. We don't hear any sounds coming in. A few meters, like 10 minutes, we just hear revving sounds. And everybody's trying to run back there. We still split it open. Next thing we see a yellow vehicle coming. Why is this tow truck coming here? The tow truck turns, and Stanner is in an E30 on the tow truck doing a serious killer burnout. And I was shocked. I was going to get close to see what was happening, but I could see from afar, and I was just shocked. I think I was standing with Edmond then.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what is this? How is this happening? Like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Big shout out to the Time Plug, Oseku. Yeah, I hear he's a sponsor of our show, Baron.
Yeah.
I hear he's the brain behind all the ties.
Yeah. Even donated some ties
Yeah.
along with Carbon Clean, and he gave us 2,000 cedis worth of ties.
Wow. Wow, big shout out to the tire plug. Big shout out to carbon cleaning. What was the idea behind that? Because that has never been seen here.
No, we are crazy. I mean, so it came out of Jagger and Aram, and I don't know what happened, just came to mind. And we decided not to tell the whole crew because some in the crew will not agree. We were like, it's not safe, blah, blah, blah. So when the car was being strapped onto the tow track, everybody was, those who didn't know were curious because I was going around making sure all the tightening points were well fitted.
Yeah.
And we got to the filling station before City Mall, and the truck had to park. So when I got into the car, Ken came, and Ken was like, suspecting you guys. I told him that's what we're going to do. And Kobe gave us an idea to, put some bleach around the tires to
make the smoke
much more foggy.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I mean, we set a trend now. I saw
Starboy did it in Nigeria as well.
But Starboy did it better than me.
So that was actually wonderful because I was there and my parents said they would come. And then my mom is a big Facebook person. Like, she's mostly on Facebook. And she calls me. She's like, what's happening at your event? I'm like, did you just see that video? She's like, yes, it's already on Facebook. And I'm like, how is it already on Facebook? I opened Twitter because we had a hashtag running. Ghana Auto Show, Auto Expo 23. Yeah, hashtag Auto Expo 23. Follow the hashtag, and I saw so many videos of it within minutes. And then people were all buzzed about it, talking about it. Like, it was crazy. Emma, what do you think about that entrance?
It was crazy because I never imagined we could have that over here. Yeah. You just see it online.
And it was perfect because the car didn't move an inch. It was just the tires burning.
Yeah.
Tires burning, the smoke. And because the vehicle was moving as well, the smoke trail behind was like one you see in the sky from planes.
Yeah.
Which was really good. So yeah, big shout out to Snackers and big shout out to the tire plug. That was a wonderful show. Before we go on a commercial break, I would like to give a big shout out to all our sponsors. One is 2BQ. They're the dealers in all materials needed for building. As a car enthusiast and a petrolhead, I have a plan in my head on how my dream house is going to look like. Honestly, it's just going to be like a 10-car garage and a 2-bedroom house. So I know 2BQ, who build homes and supply all building materials and essentials, going to provide me with everything I need. Secondly, we say a big shout out to our tire plug, Baron. Any tire you need, regardless of the size, just hit him up, tell him your size, what you need, and Baron will come through. He provides racing tires, slicks, semi-slicks, regular road tires, no winter tires because we do not need winter tires in Ghana. And he provides tires in case you just want to learn how to drift as well. Just hit up Baron. He gets good prices, good materials. Stana can attest to the fact that yes, his materials are very good, his tires are very good as well. And lastly, but not the least as well, big shout out to Carbon Cleaning Ghana. With Carbon Cleaning Ghana, they're doing a wonderful job in helping clean the environment as well as cleaning your cars, where they plan to build a tree for every single car they clean in this country. So whenever your car is carbon cleaned, a tree is going to be built to represent that car and then help clean the environment as well. So guys, take your cars to Carbon Clean the Car Duema and let's help build more trees and plant more trees for our future kids to enjoy. Thank you.